I feel like it's the perfect time to drop this video now that the Denver Nuggets has been eliminated from the playoffs after losing to the Los Angeles Lakers in 5 games almost 2 weeks ago in the Western Conference Finals. We've also seen what Michael Porter Jr. has done in the regular season and in the playoffs. There's not much to say in this intro, so let's just get right into it. It's core insights digging down to the core and giving you my insights on this specific topic for this video. Stay tuned.
23, ain't playing dirty, feeling like James, I'm Brown worthy. Barely got numbers, but feel like a legend. Next side of the Western with Claremont the second. My family hungry, my homies is hungry. Remember we're starving and using the oven.
Just like the first 2 videos that I made about Zion Williamson and Ja Morant of this Cycle Continue series, there's a reason why I made my own video game cover of Michael Porter Jr. and I put it to beside 2K's cover of Kevin Durant in a past 2K game in my thumbnail, and I titled this specific video the way that I titled it because that's how special I feel that Michael Porter Jr. will be in the NBA. He will be video game cover worthy. The cycle will continue. So welcome back to my Cycle Continue series. No player will ever be selected to be on a video game cover for a basketball game if you are not a star or superstar in the NBA. I believe that Michael Porter Jr. will be just as great as Kevin Durant or maybe even greater than Kevin Durant. I know that may sound crazy when you look at Kevin Durant's stats in his first time around in the playoffs at the age of 21 and compared to MPJ's stats at the age of 22 this playoffs. And Kevin Durant's stats just overall, not only in his first year in the playoffs as you can see on the screen right now, but hear me out. Michael will be another player like Kevin Durant that's 6'10 or 6'11 with great length that will be able to score at will in any way, shape, or form on the court. And I believe that he'll be good enough defensively because of his height and length. I know it seems outrageous that I'm saying Michael Porter Jr. will be as great as I'm saying he'll be because in 55 games this past season, he only averaged 9.3 points and 4.7 rebounds, playing 16.4 minutes per game, and in the playoffs, in 19 games, he only averaged 11.4 points and 6.7 rebounds, playing 23.7 minutes per game. MPJ was coming off of a serious back injury, which is why he missed the whole season prior to this last season, which was supposed to be his rookie season, because back injuries are serious. This is how serious back injuries are. A back injury completely ruined Larry Bird's NBA career, and his career was shortened to just playing 13 NBA seasons, as you can see on the screen right now. If Larry Bird never got injured, he would have definitely played more seasons in the NBA. Check out how serious his back injury was. But man, such a great career cut short because of a back injury. Just take a look at all of his accomplishments in just 13 seasons of his NBA career. There is also a reason why he was on the NBA 2K12 cover last decade. He's a legend, man. That's how great he was. Michael Porter Jr. is a perfect example as well. Not just for the simple fact that a back injury kept him out for a whole season after he was drafted back in 2018, but Michael even thought about quitting basketball after he suffered the back injury. That's how serious back injuries are, and in some cases, no matter what you do, back injuries don't go away. But trust me, in due time, he'll be what a lot of people think he's going to be, including myself, which is a superstar. Even his own teammate Nikola Jokic can see his potential. This is what he said about MPJ after they were knocked out by the LA Lakers last week. Jokic said, "I think he surprised a bunch of players and a bunch of teams with his shot ability and just how talented he is. I think it was a great experience for him just to see every possession matters. I think he learned a lot during these playoffs. I hope MPJ doesn't re-injure his back though, and you have to also take into account that his coach Mike Malone is the type of coach that likes to take time working players into the Denver Nuggets lineup and building chemistry with the guys before he can fully work a player into the system, which is actually smart. But trust me, next season you'll see the leap that Michael Porter Jr. makes, and it's going to surprise a lot of people. This was also the reason why his stats weren't better than what it was in the regular season and in the playoffs as well, because he was limited. He only played for 16.4 minutes per game throughout the regular season and 23.7 minutes per game throughout the playoffs, like I said before. This is just a prediction, but this is what I think that MPJ stats will look like starting next season and in years to come in the regular season and in the playoffs as well. I also believe that MPJ will be a multiple-time All-Star and a multiple-time scoring champion. I can also see him winning an MVP award and being a consistent MVP award candidate and possibly winning multiple championships and a future Hall of Famer. But overall, MPJ is in a good position because he's playing with a young rising superstar in Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, and Denver has a good amount of role players with a really good coach, and MPJ himself, like I said before, will be a superstar to me. But even if he doesn't become a superstar and he becomes a star or a little bit less than a star, he'd be a solid basketball player like a Chris Middleton to me. He'll still benefit playing on the Denver Nuggets, and the future will still be bright for this young team, regardless of the outcomes specifically with MPJ. But trust me, I believe he'll be a superstar, there's no doubt in my mind. I also might make a video on the future of the Denver Nuggets and how successful I think that they can become. I also like the confidence that MPJ has. This is what he had to say after the Denver Nuggets got eliminated by the LA Lakers last week. He said, "I know the areas where I need to improve on. This is going to be my first healthy offseason for a while, so I'm going to really try to focus on those things that I need to improve on and come back a much better complete player. These experiences are unforgettable, and I'm trying to take them and learn from my mistakes, but also just thank God for what we've went through this season. It was a great season for us. Just because we have this pain right now, it doesn't mean we didn't do a lot of great things. Me personally, I got to play on an NBA floor in my first year coming back from 2 back surgeries, so I try to take the good with the bad. That's definitely the mindset of a future superstar, and young players should always think like this. So if you are a Denver fan, like myself, you should be very happy because the future for this organization is definitely bright. But with all of this being said, this is how great I think that Michael Porter Jr. will become in the NBA. But that's it for the video, guys, and like I always say, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification button and comment below. Tell me what you think. Your opinion matters, and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram accounts. It's the same name as my YouTube channel name, and share this video. Peace.
I eat my French toast, bag of French girl, tell her let's go. Watch me explode like I'm Mentos mixed with that coke. Moving like a groupie, so I back up pronto. Though you a baddie, I'm gon' split my Uber, go get you a taxi.